Meghan and Harry celebrated Lilibet's 3rd birthday with a very intimate but very exciting celebration that was held in their hometown of Montecito, California over the weekend. Now, obviously, they wanted all of their friends and family to be able to attend, so they held it a few days early to make sure that everyone was able to fit it into their schedules, although honestly, who would pass up the opportunity to go to a princess's birthday party? I don't know. Now, I say friends and family, but of course, there were a few family members missing, and I am, in fact, speaking about the royals. Other than Prince Harry, Archie, and Lilibet, there were no other royals at the party. You know, Meghan in particular has a very tight circle of friends in Montecito. You've got the celeb people like Ellen DeGeneres, Portia de Rossi. Those kinds of people were likely in attendance because they are deemed to be not only kind of celebrity pals who you see out and about at events, but actually really close friends. Meghan and Harry were at their vow renewal not too long ago, so they've really formed a very tight bond between the two couples. Additionally, we do hear a few whispers that Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry, and their daughter were in attendance. And we know that a few other children who Lilibet has formed really close friendships with over the past 3 years were also there. In previous years, we've seen a few less famous people taking part in birthday celebrations for Harry and Meghan's children. For example, the photographer Misan Harriman, who took the photo that launched Lilibet's pregnancy into the world. He's been at various family gatherings, so I think if he was in town, he was likely in attendance as well. You know, as strange as it might sound, it was very much a typical child's birthday party. Harry and Meghan are obviously very privileged in terms of what they are able to do for their children. However, they aren't doing anything gaudy or gauche. You know, they aren't having rocket ships launching up into the skies. They aren't erecting roller coasters in their backyard. They're doing really wonderful family-friendly activities with, of course, a very aesthetic spin. You know, Meghan is about to launch her own lifestyle brand. She's become much more interested in recent months in the kind of homemaking and the interior design and all of that kind of stuff. So you can bet that the cake was a wonder to behold. I very much doubt it had any of Meghan's jam in it. I don't think that that's the kind of thing a 3-year-old wants to feast on. However, it will have been very elegant, very colourful, and perfectly suited to the young audience that it was intended to entertain. I think the royal family members not being in attendance it's not a snub. You know, it's like saying, for example, if my 2-year-old nephew has a birthday party and I don't go, it's not a snub in any way, shape or form. Unfortunately, with schedules, with travel, you just can't fit everything in when there's an ocean separating you as a family. Now, I think what's likely is that Harry and Meghan will have informed their royal relatives that a party was taking place. I don't think we should look at that as an invitation because, quite frankly, I don't think they ever expected that any members of the royal family would have attended. Now, they may well have extended more of an intimate invitation to someone like Princess Eugenie, for example, who is incredibly close with Harry, and she's one of the very few family members who has actually seen him and Meghan since they moved to California. But again, schedules get in the way. So it's not in any way a snub, it's just a sad reminder of the state of things between Harry and the rest of his family. You know, Charles is one to follow tradition. No matter what is going on, he is always going to kind of stick to a code of etiquette, as it were. So yes, as grandfather to Lilibet, he will have sent a message, he will have sent a hand-signed card, and he likely will have sent a gift. Now, whether or not he's had time to pick that out himself, given all that he's going through with his cancer treatment, I don't know. But he will have made sure, and his secretaries will have made sure, that a card and a gift were on their way to Lilibet well before her birthday took place. William and Kate don't really have a relationship with Archie and Lilibet because they haven't had a chance to form one. Now, William and Kate will always love their niece and nephew in the way that any family member loves a relative, especially one as close as Archie and Lilibet are. But they just haven't had the opportunity to form a truly close bond, which is absolutely devastating. The fact of the matter is, Meghan and Harry's inner circle in Montecito are much more informed about Lilibet's development, about Archie's favorite hobbies. And I think what's really going on is that William and Kate, anything they learn about Archie and Lilibet's personalities is coming to them through third parties, or even more tragically, through quotes that Meghan and Harry give to the press. You know, one of the things that Meghan and Harry said when they left the royal family, when they made that monumental decision, was that it was motivated, at least in part, by their desire to protect their children from going through everything that Harry endured as a young member of the royal family. Now, Harry obviously is a rare case. After his mother died, the public scrutiny on him and his brother reached fever pitch. I don't think that that's something that Archie and Lilibet might ever have experienced in the same way. But Harry and Meghan have done everything in their power to ensure that those children are kept guarded from the public. This involves things like not taking them to public play areas, making sure that everyone they have associations with is willing to get on board with not releasing any information about them, not posting any pictures of them on social media, all of that kind of stuff. It helps that Harry and Meghan don't really have a presence on social media these days, because it means there's no chance that someone will get caught a glimpse of in the background of a photo or anything like that. But they are really rigorous about it and about making sure that any public appearance Archie or Lilibet makes is very well choreographed, and that Harry and Meghan are across every aspect of it. Now, we have had a few glimpses of them. Again, only glimpses that Harry and Meghan have been able to control. But their Netflix documentary was a really wonderful opportunity to get a little bit more of an inside look at what Harry and Meghan's life is like with both of their children. I think they're staying true to their promise in keeping the children protected from the public. I don't think Archie and Lilibet will ever have a normal life, because the fact of the matter is, for a 3-year-old not to be able to maybe go to play dates in a, public bounce area, or to go to the park with her school friends or anything like that, those things are not normal. And I think that no matter how hard Harry and Meghan try, their children will never have a totally normal life. They can give them as much normalcy as is possible, but there is always going to be something that separates Archie and Lilibet from all other children of their age. And that's just a result of who Harry is and who Meghan is and who they are as a couple. We know that that meeting was very, very special at the time. We didn't know it was going to be the first and only meeting between Queen Elizabeth and her namesake, Lilibet. But it was wonderful. It was exactly how you would hope a meeting between a great-grandmother and her great-grandchild would have gone. Now, there was every chance that it could have been a bit awkward in the lead up to that meeting. Things had really reached a state of desperation between Meghan and Harry and the rest of the royal family. And in addition to that, there was some upset behind closed doors on the part of the Queen over Harry and Meghan's decision to name their child Lilibet, which was a very personal nickname given to the Queen as a child. Not only that, but Meghan and Harry's decision to say that they got permission from the Queen to use that name when they in fact did not. The Queen was understood to have been very angry about the Sussexes' choice to say that publicly, but she was a wonderfully diplomatic person who put family above all else. So any anger that she felt, any frustration that she felt, she pushed it aside, she forgot about it, and she got on with the very important task of meeting her namesake great-granddaughter. There were hugs, there were kisses, there were wonderful stories being told, and I hope that Harry keeps that memory alive for his daughter as she grows up. So when Meghan and Harry made a trip to Nigeria recently, Meghan did give a few little tidbits about what her children are like. Now, she said that they are both very sweet, very chatty, which doesn't surprise me because when you get Harry in a room, he can gab all day long. And she's also previously revealed that Lilibet is incredibly active. She loves jumping around. Her favorite classes is singing and dancing because she gets to move around. And she's also got the classic younger sister syndrome where she wants to do and match everything that her brother Archie does. but it sounds very much like the two of them are forming a wonderful bond and that they will hopefully be able to have that same close relationship that William and Harry had when they were young boys.